Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at E16 Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. So Clemson's will get the first crack on offense today. Of course, the home of the Cotton Bowl in modern times has become AT&T Stadium, a massive yet somehow intimate setting. And Kirk, this, of course, is where the first championship game of the playoff era was played.
Well, who could forget that? When Ohio State took care of Oregon to win the national championship for Urban Meyer. And this game, like you said, I think it just seems to get bigger and bigger in this setting.
Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. An explosive game, big play moves the ball inside the 40.
Man, another big-time catch by a Clemson wide receiver. How long have you and I been saying that, seems like, over the years? Going back to Sammy Watkins and DeAndre Hopkins and Mike Williams and Hunter Renfrow and T. Higgins, all those guys on to the NFL having great careers, and now watching these players today in that same Clemson uniform making those big plays.
In the red area, it's Green. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. They'll hand it off. They finally corral him at the 1.
Chris, this has been a fun opening drive to watch by this offensive coordinator, blending everything, mixing in run with pass, a lot of formations. This defense right now is guessing what's coming next. Now they're into that goal-to-go situation.
Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. So Auburn's offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
The receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Chris, just think of the list of Auburn running backs. I mean, you see this guy pick up a first down, and you start to see a little bit of Bo Jackson in it. Maybe a combo. Remember those days of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in that backfield? Trey Mason. Boy, so many great backs that Auburn has enjoyed, and this guy's looking good.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. They'll tackle him at the 27.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Back to throw. It's Brown. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle made after a big gain.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They look to throw it here on second down. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. They're going to run it. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball to the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
Not able to connect. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Hits the running back in the flat. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a 1st down. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return. Tackled at the 17, but a big interception for this defense.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll run it here. And tackled after a small pickup there. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to throw. It's Brown. Receiver makes the grab.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Can he get there on the ground? Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handing off on the draw play. They've got him down out near the 40.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff from the shotgun. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
1st and 10 play coming up. And now they'll run it on the draw. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And moves the ball to the 35 and another 1st down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Finding some room at the 25. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. We've got a good one in our hands, which what you hope for in a playoff game as we begin the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Okay, ready? Second down play coming up. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They begin with a quick throw to the left. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up.
The ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
And the Auburn offense back out on the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll try the right here. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. First and goal, handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Back to pass. It's Brown. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Auburn.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
The extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Eludes a tackle. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. And the game just good enough for a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to pass here on second down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And they pick up the first down, tackled at the 25.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Stopped quickly at the 13, but here we are in the red zone.
The defense spreads all over the field playing zone, trying to make this quarterback make a mistake by throwing it into coverage. But he finds the soft spot on the curl and picks up a first down.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
See if they can convert the point after. The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Dropping back, it's Brown. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the first down.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Coleman. He stopped, but he gets a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, I cannot believe we're still in the first half. This guy's already got a couple touchdowns. Now he's adding to his receiver total here by picking up another first down and more yards.
Using his legs, it's Brewer. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the pass rush has got him again, back-to-back sacks. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First down, looking to throw the football. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They make the stop, but a big gain puts them in enemy territory. All spotted at the 48. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. Great start with the drive, but now back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Let's see how this offense plays this. They try to get some more points for the half or play it more conservatively. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
I mean, the defense knew coming into this game that this guy was going to be a handful. They got to change things up. This guy's already got over 100 yards in this game, and we're in the first half.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brown. And he fires the football to the right side. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the defense look slow that time. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop. And the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And he drops back in the gun. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate who'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
And the Tigers will kick this away to get the second half going. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. Already a 2-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole. First play of the second half is a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Back to throw. It's Brown. The pocket breaking down. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
We've just kind of gotten into the habit of seeing this offense just convert on these third downs. It's a rare stop. That first half, they seem to score every possession. What decision do they make here on 4th down?
Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks left and finds his target there. The tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Moore. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. The Tigers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They'll give it to the running back. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
No, he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Caught near the sideline. It's Williams. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another 1st down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw yet again. Nice grab. It's Green. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and
cannot escape, and down he goes.
Just complete domination here by this Auburn defensive lineman, able to come up with that sack. And Chris, think about it, over the years since you and I have been doing college football, going way back to guys that Auburn's had, like Andre Bruce, such an electrifying pass rusher off the edge. Tracy Rocker, more from the inside. Nick Fairley, another guy that could dominate. Boy, Auburn's had some great ones.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. Who's on the mark with his last kick, but this one is from 48 yards out. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? The shotgun running play call. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Looking to pass. It's Brown. He's running out of time here. Catch made on the right side. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Offense moving closer to the line of gain after that catch. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Caught quickly. And he's tackled immediately, so not much of a gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Grab down the middle. It's Thompson. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him. The offense now operating in empty. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Okay, it's third down after that run. Try and muscle for the first down. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
To throw, it's Brown. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
On the handout, they'll test the right side here. Fighting off the defender.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Auburn in the lead as we break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game's summary before we move on. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Ball handed off. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Smart of the offense, keep the ball on the ground, try to keep working that clock. The defense needs a stop if they want to give their offense any chance at a late comeback.
Offense facing second and goal. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, they're just not successful here on second and goal. But let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up third down.
Third and goal. Looking to throw for it. Looking for 6. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, it was a field goal on the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll run the option. Pitches to the back. Some hard running there through a tackle. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
He lets it go on the move. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. And the Tigers looking to run some tempo here.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
He'll throw it now. Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Here comes a handoff. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. The Tigers will come to the line on fourth down, hoping to keep this drive going. A running play called on fourth down. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
Yeah, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Looking to pass. It's Brown. The ball is caught. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And now the handoff. Gets into space at the 50. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
And that's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Ball handed to the running back. Fighting him off. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Handoff running right. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's third down and 7. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And he knocks it right through the uprights. Hold on now, there is a flag on the field. If it's on the defense, still wouldn't be a first down. Cannot make contact with a kicker like that. Costly special teams penalty gets the offense back on the field. So 1st and 10 for the offense after a costly 4th down penalty on the defense. Here's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Same tailback, another carry. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 3rd down here, time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking downfield, it's Brown. Defense is coming after him. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on 3rd down, and now a 4th down decision coming up. So a field goal attempt coming up now. This is important, a chance to extend the lead deep here in the 4th quarter. Right down the middle, and they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Punt over the middle. It's Dixon. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking right, this one caught. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41. And the Tigers come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end, who makes the grab. And the game just good enough for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. Tries to get it to the running back. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. And the defense adds 6 with an interception return.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw, comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. The freshman is lucky that didn't get picked off.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. They come up and quickly spike it, stopping the clock. Second down play coming up for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the right side. It's a fumble. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. It's victory formation. The quarterback will kneel down. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.